30 races down, 6 races to go. This is the Hollywood Casino 400. Whose day is it going to be today in Kansas? Let's find out. Larson on the jump early. Briscoe leads them in. But look on the low line, that blue and white 5 HendrickCars.com Chevy for Kyle Larson, desperately searching for victory.
You can already see, even on the first lap, drivers running all over the racetrack, the bottom, the middle, the top. Look at Reddick and that 45 car flying in the third lane.
3 wide with Elliott up high. In the middle is Hocevar and Christopher Bell down low. He's on the apron.
Reddick's good corner is going to help the 9 with a push down the straightaway. 3 wide, 2x2. Reddick, you see how he has to give up the entry. There are the cars you guys mentioned during the lineup that had to come to pit road. The 88 of SVG, the 71 of McDowell, a stop and go.
Still one lane. Momentum to him here, half. Inside. Inside. Just shooting him by 12 to the 5 here. Sure you leave some ability to turn. Don't let him stall you leaving here.
Yeah, so Denny Hamlin's just faster. You know, he was on Briscoe's rear bumper a lot in that first stage, into that first part of this run. It just took him a little while to make this pass.
Green flag stops underway. First of the cars on pit road. Bubba Wallace, remember, plowing tight. Couldn't hit his marks from yesterday. They take fresh tires, small adjustment, and fuel.
Went from 7th to 19th on that opening run. That was frustrating.
Well, that's more reason to be on the front side of the pit stop. If you feel like you're losing time, even to the cars in the same tire, come get adjustments. See if the 11 can hold the lead. He had about a 2.5-second lead, but chose to run long. The 5 of Larson on board. There's Hamlin slipping, sliding, trying to get power down off pit road. Momentum 5, will he take it? Nothing the 11 can do. It'll be a lead change on pit road. 5 of Larson, when the cycle finishes, will be the leader if he can hold off the 11. You see on the bottom left, the 11 had a little bit slower total time. Not bad, 3/4 of a second. But you add that in with 1 lap fresher tires on Larson, that's about a 2 or 2.5 second advantage. So now your 2.5 second lead is gone, and it's not just time, it's track position. Now the 5 can play defense. The 11's gonna work by right here, Jeff, but definitely take some life out of the tires trying to do it.
Side-by-side battle for the lead. 3 wide for third.
Chase Elliott in the middle, Tyler Reddick down low in the 45, and Chase Briscoe, and here comes Christopher Bell. Bell's arrived on the scene, super swift, caution's out, and it's for Cody Ware.
Blue, let's run blue.
Trouble out of the 2311 team. The 45 of Tyler Reddick had to make an extra pit stop because on the first pit stop, watch on the right side, crew goes over, right side up. Watch specifically the right rear, back here. What you're gonna see is the jack go down, the tire changer not done. He tightens it up, but we have seen many times that these wheels will not tighten up with the weight of the car on them. They have to be jacked up. So for this reason, the 45 comes back down pit road, takes those all-important sticker tires off. Billy Scott continuing to crew chief. He says, you know what, we lost track position. Let's save those set of stickers. Let's put our qualifying scuffs on. Chase Elliott, the big move to the flat. Not out of bounds here at Kansas. He's trying to go from 4th to 2nd. Will he clear the 20? The 20 drives in on his door, and Denny Hamlin loves 3 wide behind him.
This is why you hear the drivers say they love Kansas Speedway. You've got options. There's a variety of lines. Teammates fighting over second here. Larson down low, Chase Elliott up by the fence. Love this spoiler cam. And Christopher Bell is looming in the background in 4th. So it's Joe Gibbs Racing and Hendrick. And I guess the best way to shut everybody up is to go out there and dominate stage 1. And maybe even go on and win the race. So well done, Denny Hamlin. 5th stage win this year. All right, pit lane has been a hot spot today, and this has been the most recent example.
Tyler Reddick coming down pit road, not understanding that Christopher Bell was 2 tires, leaving this quickly. Almost contact. They both did a good job of working this out.
Restarts here at Kansas are a feature, and a feature for a reason.
Oh, Larson, he drove it down into turn 3 with tons of speed. Bell is able, oh, wreck off turn 4.
Uh-oh. John Hunter Nemechek and the 60 of Ryan Priest.
What happens here? Oh, just Priest comes up the racetrack.
Yeah.
Gets into the side of Nemechek.
Priest needed 3 lanes to try to save whatever handling issue he was having, and he only had 2. Looks like it starts tight, and the back kind of walks around. Eric Jones is fully on the brakes.
Cindric.
Playoff driver Cindric sneaking through.
Yeah, he looks like he got tight.
Last week's winner, Ryan Blaney, but Joey Logano on his left. And then Austin Cindric's a little further back, but at least he's in the top 20.
5-car starting to look a little bit like Larson of the first half of the year, kind of pre-made Kyle Larson. This is what we expect, leading laps. Bell with a big crossover. The dirt racers duel at the front.
These two teams going at it right here, these two drivers. And Motorsports has to be happy with the speed they brought to the race today.
For a couple, look at the bottom of the pylon. You see their running order. Larson second, Elliott third, Bowman a respectable 12th. We're hearing he's having a little bit of steering issue, but Byron, something just a miss on the 24 so far. He's all the way back at 22nd, does not have the speed to match his teammates.
But what people don't realize is us as a team as Denny goes through on the inside.
That's the second time Denny has used all of the racetrack up on Larson, and we've seen those two go at it before.
Look at this guy, Bubba Wallace now.
He's back.
Here it is, watch this. Denny had really good momentum, turns left on him, just kind of slides up the racetrack, and Larson right here is thinking, okay, I got to run, and Denny just takes it away.
4 tires, no changes to the 11.
And the 11 easily beats his teammate off pit road, but look at this as we cycle through. Where's Bubba Wallace going to come out?
Early to pit road or early to fresh tires, big advantage. That should be enough for the 23 of Wallace as he takes the momentum around 1 and 2 by the team owner, by his competitor, the 11 of Denny Hamlin. Hamlin will settle in behind and try to just overtake quickly on the brand new tires.
Between me as a co-owner and me as a competitor and as a driver.
99% of him right now is irritated he can't pass the 23. Now there's 1% buried way down inside that he's proud of what he's seeing out of the organization. Now he's going to be happier now that he's in front of him. The 9 to Chase Elliott going to try to trap the 23 on the bottom, get this big run off the top.
He is going to slide Chase Elliott, take this, and we're going to watch him. He is going to run the 11 down right here. I think he has enough speed to get to him.
He's only 1.6 seconds behind his teammate and race leader Denny Hamlin, so keep that figure in mind.
I talked about the speed and see these two guys going at it. Two teammates. Larson's going to slide up in front of Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott's going to turn left. No, he decides not to. Just going to push him. That must be simply because he feels like the 5 of Larson's a little quicker.
Final lap presented by Credit One Bank, and Denny Hamlin has now led 92 laps here today. Won stage 1, and Hamlin's going to win stage 2, sweeping those stages and doing everything he can do to make life easier on him next week headed to the Roval.
He has to contend with the 9 to Chase Elliott, who is not going to allow the 11 to get clear. And the 9 also has a big push from Bell. The 11 defends the 19. I think the 9's in position right here.
Kyle Larson right in the middle.
I don't know why it just does what it does. I know, just keep fighting here. We clearly are missing something bad.
So the frustration on the radio of the 24 as the battle for the lead heats up. Can the 24 right the ship and save some points before the Roval?
Here comes Denny Hamlin, top box. This is for the lead of the race, and he's through. But watch Elliott as Denny slides up right in front of him. Coming off turn 4.
44 spins. This might bring the yellow out. Let's see what he does in the grass. Oh, I would thought we were going to see some green flag cycles. Not so much as the 44 brings the yellow out.
I'm so paranoid it's going to break something. I think it's broke.
Denny Hamlin says the power steering is gone on the 11.
How bad is this situation for Hamlin? How well can he manage it? Big crash into turn 1.
Caution, caution, caution.
Caution's back out.
Logano's involved.
Cindric, Gregson, Hocevar, Stenhouse Jr., and there's Logano, as Jeff said.
They all just get stacked up. Noah Gregson in that green and white 4 car was the first one to kind of change lanes, but it was because of the stack up.
They were just ping-ponging off each other. Gregson got into Logano, went the other way, got into Cindric. Cindric then got into his own teammate. Steve, Kyle Larson.
Yeah, trying to just rim ride, trying to keep that momentum. And, you know, we've seen this before where the wall kind of pulls you in if you make initial contact. Now look how long the 5 is riding against the wall. Currently running 8th.
That was Denny Hamlin. That was Denny Hamlin a moment ago, Steve. He said, I don't know how much longer I can hold it. That's what Hamlin said. 29 to go. He's hanging on for all he can. He's been the dominant car today. Kansas has snake bitten this 11 team so many times over the year. This could be a pivotal moment in the championship hopes for Denny Hamlin.
So obviously some sort of mechanical issue with the steering still exists after that radio.
There's debris on the track.
Oh yeah, tire carcass it looks like, and that's probably from who?
Yeah, we saw him in the wall a little bit ago.
Denny Hamlin survived 30 green flag laps, Kim. He gets into a stall cleanly without the power steering. How does the exit? It's pretty good, but they do lose some spots here on pit road, taking the 2 tires for the 11 team.
Lost a bunch of spots. Denny Hamlin goes from the lead back to 6th place.
Watch the jack man right here. He's going to go in. If we pause it right there, he misses the jack stop. So now he has to reset as we roll it forward slow. Watch this. He tries. He has to slide it forward. Now he has to let the jack back down. This is taking seconds. The entire pit stop should only take 4.
A push from Reddick, though. A little better draft to help.
Bubba Wallace now edges the front. Toyota's at the front. It's Wallace, Bell, and Briscoe. And then Tyler Reddick. Look at the line chasing here. Larson tried to defend. Wow, they almost come together into 3. Briscoe right up against the fence. Wallace has the inside line.
Contact.
Caution is out. Oh boy, Zane Smith on his side. And over. Out of the car, communicating with the AMR safety team, and here's how it went down.
Run the red flag because of this wreck. 42. John Hunter Nemechek just drives into the left rear quarter panel with Zane. Zane climbs the wall, and gets on the left side and just rim rides it all the way around. Not sure I've ever seen that before, Steve.
No, it reminds me of Brad Keselowski decades ago at Fontana and Xfinity cars. The only time I remember, and then when it finally gets perpendicular to the asphalt, it catches in. And I can tell you, those look like slow tumbles, but I guarantee inside the car, those are some very hard hits. Scary situation right there. Driver against the asphalt for a long, long time. The 42 got sent back up for a really hard hit. And then right here, these are very, very tough tumbles against the asphalt.
Let's have another go at it. Back under green to try and finish off this Hollywood Casino 400. Wallace in front for the time being. Briscoe goes up high like he did a little earlier. It's a drag race down the back stretch towards 3. Bell looks good at the moment. Briscoe goes up high. Hamlin's hugging the low side. Look how close these 2 are here. And here comes Chase Briscoe. It's the 3 JGR Toyotas. Wallace is still hanging on. Hamlin has come up into 2nd. With those power steering issues, the man who has led 160 laps today still has a chance on this final lap. Briscoe's in the wall. Bubba's hanging on. Here comes Hamlin. Driving that car with no power steering. Bubba's in the wall. He's fighting his bus for this win. Chase Elliott comes through on the inside. Oh my goodness. Chase Elliott. How about that?
Go! Yeah! That's my man!
Hi
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports. If you enjoyed what you just watched, well, it's time to bring the action and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel. You can have it all: news, highlights, interviews, and analysis. So go for it.